You know me, SDMT. Big news right here, man. The Seahawks may be in trouble, man. Russell Wilson gave them a deadline on a new contract that he wants. So the Seahawks are in trouble because Russell Wilson has all the leverage. They built their whole team around him. You know what I'm saying? They got rid of a lot of veterans, a lot of solid players, and they made Russell Wilson the focal point of their whole franchise. He's their franchise quarterback, he's their best player, and he's the one that carries that team. You know what I mean? Before they had Beast Mode, they had the Legion of Boom, they had a lot of other players, and he came in and he helped. But now they made everything around Russell Wilson, man. So Russell Wilson is set to make around $25 million this season, 2019 season. He has an average contract per year of about $21.9 million. So when we look at that, he's going to break the bank right now, especially when we look at the deals that Aaron Rodgers got and Matt Ryan. You know, Matt Ryan got a huge deal. He got about 94.5 guaranteed at signing and got $100 million in guarantees. So Matt Ryan is getting paid, man. And we look at Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is getting about $33.5 million per year. So we already know whenever that next player is coming up, they're going to get a deal bigger than the last player. Some people are like, oh, you know, Aaron Rodgers is better than, you know, Russell Wilson. It doesn't really matter about that all the time. It matters about your value to your team. And the Seahawks are in trouble because they built their whole team around Russell Wilson. He wants to get paid. He gave them a deadline of April 15th that he wants a new deal. And, you know, he knows he has that power and he knows he has that leverage. And now he's putting that pressure on the team. Now, it's funny. A lot of people don't call out quarterbacks when they want that big deal and they're putting that pressure on the organization. So, Seahawks fans, I expect them not to go that hard at Russell. But Jack Del Rio said, you know, maybe Russell Wilson giving a team that deadline, that may hurt his image and some of the fans may not be happy with him, and maybe it'd be easier for the Seahawks to trade him. And don't be surprised if Russell Wilson is getting traded and the Seahawks end up drafting the quarterback in the draft. I don't believe that. You know what I'm saying? I think he's capping and he's just reaching, because I don't think that team, that organization can get rid of Russell Wilson after they just pretty much built the whole team around him. You look at that, a lot of their players, they're not a team that has as many star players as they used to have. You know, Russell Wilson is that guy. You know, Doug Baldwin, he's a solid receiver, but is he a top 10 receiver in the league? Not really. You know what I mean? You look at the running backs, Chris Carson is solid, but he's not a flashy home run hitter. You know what I mean? He's a grinder. You know what I mean? Their rookie a few years ago, Penny, he has more big playability. So, you know, we look at a lot of their team, they spend a lot of money on their line, and they're going to spend a lot of money on Russell Wilson, and that whole offense is centered around Russell Wilson. Now, if you can take Russell Wilson out of that, they're going to struggle. I mean, they're going to struggle. I was surprised they were so good and they gave up a lot of their star defensive players, losing Richard Sherman, losing, you know what I mean, Cliff Averill, losing, you know, Cam Chancellor. I almost forgot about that, him retiring. But at the end of the day, they ended up being pretty good. So when you look at it, you know, that team, the consistent factor in them winning games, being successful, is Russell Wilson. So at this point in the game, they have no choice other than to fold to his demands and give him that big contract. And this contract could be huge. He could be looking at 35 million average per year, and he may get over 120 million in guarantees. So these NFL quarterback contracts are getting up to NBA level, which is cool, but I want to see the other players get paid a little bit more as well. We look at running backs, they haven't been breaking into that new mode of all that extra money these teams have and the salary cap. They're just spending all this money on the quarterbacks and the receivers and the ends and cornerbacks, and a lot of other players haven't broken out of their frame of what they were getting paid several years ago. So, you know, this is huge for Russell Wilson. Him and Sierra, he's on the Wheaties box. He has a lot of endorsements. He's a good dude. So this is going to be huge for him to get this big deal. And it's pretty surprising. I wouldn't guess that you could see Russell Wilson as the kind of guy that would, you know, go at the organization saying he want a new deal. But it just proves the point that these players are about their money and about that bag no matter who you are. So this would be huge right here. Let me know what you guys think. Does Russell Wilson deserve that big bag? You know, should he relax? Should he take a little bit less so they can have more talent around him? Maybe like a Tom Brady. You guys let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on my notifications. SDMT!